Hello and welcome to this video about the Salem witch trials, the untold stories. The sections of the video are 1. Introduction to the Salem witch trials. 2. The origins and background of witch hunts. 3. The accusations begin. 4. The court proceedings. 5. The role of Puritan society. 6. The accused witches. 7. Evidence and testimonies. 8. The witchcraft tests. 9. The impact on the community. 10. The executions. 11. The aftermath of the trials. 12. The historical context. 13. The role of religion in the trials. 14. The legacy of the Salem witch trials. 15. Modern perspectives and interpretations. 16. The untold stories of the victims. 17. Lessons learned. 18. Conclusion and reflections. Introduction to the Salem witch trials. The Salem witch trials of 1692 were a dark chapter in American history, where fear, paranoia, and superstition led to the wrongful persecution and execution of innocent people. This video explores the untold stories and hidden truths behind one of the most notorious witch hunts in history. The origins and background of witch hunts. Witch hunts have a long history, stemming from a fear of individuals practicing black magic and consorting with the devil. The belief in witchcraft was prevalent in Europe for centuries before it reached the shores of the New World. Accusations of witchcraft were often linked to societal tensions, religious conflicts, and political power struggles in communities. These hunts were fueled by deep-rooted superstitions and fears surrounding the unknown, leading to widespread hysteria and paranoia. The legacy of these hunts continues to impact perceptions of magic and the occult in modern society. The accusations begin. The spark that ignited the Salem witch trials was when young girls began exhibiting strange behavior in early 1692. They complained of being pinched, pricked with needles, and having fits. The village doctor attributed their symptoms to the supernatural, leading to suspicions of witchcraft. The court proceedings. Throughout the Salem witch trials, the legal processes were highly chaotic and unfair. The accused were subjected to intense interrogations, often without proper legal representation. The court system heavily relied on spectral evidence and confessions secured through coercion, leading to numerous unjust convictions. The role of Puritan society. Puritan society played a significant role in the Salem witch trials. The rigid beliefs and strict moral code of the Puritans contributed to the hysteria and fear surrounding accusations of witchcraft. The fear of the unknown and the strong emphasis on the supernatural in Puritan theology fueled the accusations and trials of suspected witches. Puritan communities were tightly knit and highly religious, with a strong emphasis on conformity and obedience to authority. The strict hierarchy and social structure within Puritan society created an environment where suspicion and paranoia could quickly spread. This atmosphere of fear and distrust made it easier for accusations of witchcraft to take hold and for innocent individuals to be targeted. Furthermore, the Puritans believed in the existence of the devil and his ability to influence people to do evil. This belief fueled the notion that witches were in league with the devil and posed a threat to the community. As a result, when accusations of witchcraft surfaced, Puritan society was quick to respond with investigations and trials, ultimately leading to the tragic outcomes of the Salem witch trials. The accused witches. During the Salem witch trials, a total of 20 people were ultimately executed for witchcraft. The accused witches came from various backgrounds, including both women and men, and ranged in age. Some were prominent members of the community, while others were considered outcasts. The accusations often targeted individuals who were seen as different or who defied societal norms. Some accused witches were elderly widows with limited means, while others were young girls or women who did not conform to traditional roles. The accusations also reflected underlying tensions and conflicts within the community. As the trials escalated, the accused witches faced intense pressure to confess and name others as witches. Many endured harsh interrogations and torture in the hopes of saving themselves from execution. The relentless pursuit of supposed witches led to widespread fear and paranoia, further fueling the hysteria of the trials. Evidence and testimonies. During the Salem witch trials, testimony and evidence played a crucial role in determining guilt or innocence. Accusers would present various forms of evidence such as spectral evidence, confessions, and witness testimonies to support their accusations against suspected witches. The court heavily relied on these pieces of evidence to make their judgments, often leading to wrongful convictions and tragic outcomes. The witchcraft tests. During the Salem witch trials, various tests were conducted to determine if someone was a witch. These tests included the touch test, where the afflicted person would convulse upon touching the accused, and the floating test, where the accused would be tied up and thrown into water to see if they floated, which was believed to indicate witchcraft. The use of these tests highlights the intense fear and paranoia surrounding witchcraft during that time. The impact on the community. The Salem witch trials not only affected the accused individuals but also had a profound impact on the entire community. Suspicion and fear ran rampant, tearing apart families and friendships. Trust eroded as neighbors turned on one another, leading to a lasting atmosphere of distrust and betrayal. The executions. The Salem witch trials resulted in the execution of 20 individuals. The accused were often hanged in public as a form of punishment. The executions were a harrowing reminder of the hysteria and fear that gripped the community during this dark period. The role of religion in the trials. The Salem witch trials were deeply intertwined with the religious beliefs of the Puritan community. Puritans viewed witchcraft as a grave sin against God, stemming from the belief that witches made pacts with the devil to gain supernatural powers. This religious fervor fueled a moral panic that led to the hysteria and tragic events that unfolded during the trials. The historical context. The Salem witch trials took place in the late 17th century in the Massachusetts Bay Colony. At that time, the society was deeply rooted in Puritan beliefs, which influenced the way people viewed witchcraft. Additionally, tensions within the community, fear of the unknown, and political rivalries also played a significant role in the events leading up to the trials. The role of religion in the trials. Religion played a significant role in the Salem witch trials, with Puritan beliefs influencing people's attitudes towards witchcraft. The Puritans viewed witchcraft as a direct challenge to their faith and saw the devil as actively working to tempt and corrupt their community. This religious fervor fueled the hysteria and fear that led to the accusations and trials of innocent people. The legacy of the Salem witch trials. The legacy of the Salem witch trials continues to be felt to this day, serving as a cautionary tale of the dangers of mass hysteria, prejudice, and the misuse of power. The events in Salem have left a lasting impact on American history, shaping the legal and social systems in ways that resonate through the centuries. Through the lens of these tragic events, scholars and researchers have gained valuable insights into the complexities of human behavior, the fragility of justice, and the importance of safeguarding individual rights. The lessons learned from the Salem witch trials serve as a stark reminder of the consequences of fear, intolerance, and unchecked authority. It remains a pivotal moment in history that compels us to examine our own biases, question assumptions, and seek justice and truth above all else. Modern perspectives and interpretations. In modern times, scholars and historians continue to analyze the Salem witch trials through various lenses such as sociology, psychology, and gender studies. The event is often seen as a cautionary tale about mass hysteria, injustice, and the dangers of conformity within communities. The untold stories of the victims. During the Salem witch trials, the focus is often on the accused witches and the legal proceedings. However, behind the accusations and hysteria lie the untold stories of the innocent victims who suffered greatly. These individuals faced false accusations, harsh interrogations, and ultimately, tragic fates. Their experiences shed light on the devastating impact of paranoia and injustice, reminding us of the human cost of mass hysteria and the importance of safeguarding justice and truth in times of fear and uncertainty. It's crucial to remember these forgotten voices and honor their memory by learning from the past and striving for a more just and compassionate society. Lessons learned. Reflecting on the tragic events of the Salem witch trials, it is crucial to acknowledge the lessons we can draw from this dark chapter in history. By understanding the consequences of unchecked fear, mass hysteria, and the dangers of scapegoating, we are reminded of the importance of critical thinking, tolerance, and justice in society. The trials serve as a poignant reminder of the human capacity for cruelty and the necessity of upholding principles of fairness, reason, and compassion in the face of fear and prejudice. It challenges us to confront our own biases, seek to understand others, and work towards building a more inclusive and just society where every individual is treated with dignity and respect. The Salem witch trials stand as a cautionary tale of the devastating impact of intolerance and the importance of upholding the rights and dignity of all individuals, regardless of differences. It is a reminder that we must remain vigilant against injustice and bigotry, and strive to create a world where all are valued and protected from the dangers of ignorance and hatred. We must remember the lessons of the past to ensure that such atrocities are never repeated, and to foster a culture of empathy, understanding, and unity in the face of adversity. Conclusion and reflections. As we conclude this journey through the Salem witch trials and their untold stories, it is vital to reflect on the lessons learned from this dark chapter in history. The events that unfolded in Salem serve as a stark reminder of the dangers of superstition, hysteria, and intolerance. By studying the trials and their impacts, we gain insight into the complexities of human behavior, societal dynamics, and the power of fear. It prompts us to question our own beliefs and prejudices, urging us to strive for justice, empathy, and understanding in our communities. May the untold stories of the victims never be forgotten, serving as a poignant reminder of the importance of learning from the past to create a more enlightened future.